All right, so we're gonna be making zoodles and turkey meatballs. It's gonna be a take on, obviously, spaghetti and meatballs. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the meatballs. We have a pound of ground turkey, lean ground turkey. We're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of onion to it, 1/2 of a teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, and 1 egg. And really the only way to do this is to work with your hands. Make sure that you've washed your hands beforehand. And then just start mixing the ingredients into the turkey. Now I preset the oven for 400. And so that's preheating right now. We'll incorporate all of this into the turkey. Looks like we're almost finished here. So I kind of give you a view of what that looks like. You see that? So these are going to hold together, and we're going to put them in a baking pan and throw them in the oven. So I'm going to spray that off a little bit just to make sure that they don't stick. And then let's start making our meatballs. I'm just going to separate these a little bit so I can kind of tell, how many meatballs I'm going to do. And I think we'll probably do 8. That seems like about the right size. So we'll kind of go like that. I think that's a good size meatball. Almost finished here. So we're going to bake these off, and then once these get baked off, we'll show you the process. We'll be using some zucchini and making some zoodles out of those, and then putting everything together with a marinara sauce. All right, so I think those are pretty close. Rinse my hands off a little bit here. And then these are going to go into that oven at 400. All right, so I've been making the zoodles.
The what?
With the zucchini. The zoodles.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I'm just going to show you, kind of finish up what I was doing, just working with a mandolin here. And just be very careful with these because they are very dangerous. Okay. And so this is kind of what I'm getting when I use the mandolin, and it also has like a cross slicer on it. And so that's giving me sort of that noodle look. I think that's going to work really well with this recipe with the turkey meatballs.
Okay, so we are going to finish Steve's dish with the zoodles and the meatballs, and I'm just going to heat up 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil in a hot skillet. I'll swirl that around a little bit. And we're going to add our zoodles, and we're going to saute those on high for about 5 minutes. So they're cooked all the way through. Season just with a little bit of salt and pepper. Your liking. And while that is still sauteing, I'm going to take our turkey meatballs out of the oven, which are done. Oh, and they smell delicious. Let those just set for a second, so we're ready to put them on our dish. Nice job with those, Steve.
Thanks.
These are really thinly julienne, so they'll cook relatively quickly. We don't want them getting overcooked. They'll get kind of slimy. We want that nice texture. So just until they start to brown and soften up a little bit. So you can kind of see how those are starting to soften up a little bit, and they in the middle there. It's going to cook for a little bit longer on the outside end. Then we'll get ready to add our marinara sauce. You can either make your own marinara sauce, but if you're going to buy store-bought, which is certainly more time efficient, I would get the low sugar. You can just look in the grocery aisle for that. Okay.
Those look good. Those are really soft now.
Yep, these are pretty much done. You can kind of see how nice and soft those are. The texture is just how you want them. And then we're going to take our 2 cups of marinara sauce and add that to our mixture. So, and just mix that in. Heat it up throughout. And then what we're going to do is just dish onto a plate. Portion. Add our meatballs. Those are delicious on top. And I just like to finish off with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese, freshly grated. And then